That kind of bit us in the ass at the Chicago show. I don't know, man. We have 800 people, and then it's like, and when you go to a different city, and people in cities that aren't Los Angeles, that aren't like jaded and numbed down and like cool, like you know, we're all cool in LA, like we were used to and then so then when you go to a different city, and it's like, holy shit, Harmontown's coming. Number one, that means you can fill an 800 like.
What are you talking about?
If I put a gun to your head and asked you that question, what would you say?
What a Chicago show?
The Chicago. Pretend that you have to guess, and you tell me. What Chicago show, Rob? Or your family's going to die? What do you think? It's like a jigsaw. It's a Saw movie. What Chicago show? What Chicago show? What am I talking about?
You did a show.
There's a spinning blade.
I'm about to say you did a show in Chicago.
Okay, yes I did. And then you could do that in your head next time. That whole process.
Well, you did a show Saturday. I don't know what that is.
It doesn't matter. You're not Sherlock Holmes. You don't need to know when everything happened.
Well, this is what happens when you bring me out this early.
He brought you out. He brought you out, and he did it to fuck with me. Look at him. Anyways,
I think things are going just fine.
He's a mean person. So mean.
Chicago show was weird. Okay,
mean.
Moving on.
Why was it weird?
I love Dino told a story about the greatest dream of all time called Hot Rod Parade. That was fucking fantastic. And when it was over, you hadn't paid attention to it at all. And you were like, let's just move on.
That's my crap. I mean, look, I'm not. Well, yeah. So I was too drunk and too preoccupied. 800 people. If I feel like the show's not going well, I get too spun out. You know, I'm in my head. And then we saw this in the movie, the Harmontown movie. That's what happened on the Arizona show when we went on the road. Yeah. I was like, if I start to think like I'm failing in my job somehow, then I'll be thinking about that. Ironically, I'll be like, how do I make the show good? How do I make the show good? And while I'm saying, how do I make the show good?
Gotta work harder. What do they need? What do my people need? People are under me, are working so hard. How can I help them? I feel so responsible.
Dan, I'm back on your. I'm on your side now. I don't like what's going on.
I'm gonna give myself. I didn't get an Oscar tonight, but I'm gonna give myself an award.
Neither did I.
My therapist told me my problem is toxic shame. Like, I'm not going to feel shame by default. You're trying to provoke my sense of shame. And it's like I work hard, but I'm not going to defend myself. Nobody works harder than me.
You'll get Steve Levy to do it.
Let's bring Steve Levy out here. Ask him how hard I work.
Steve to the Levy.
Hello. It was a rhetorical suggestion. I
don't even know what...
It was like saying, let's bring the Native American out here and talk about...
Let's bring him out. Let's bring Native American person.
Steve, tell Rob tell Rob what your opinion of my work ethic.
He works harder than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. That's true. He's a fucking bargain, Hollywood. It's crazy. He's way better than anybody. He's the most creative person I've ever met.
You're not doing the hype man thing right now either, right? Like,
no,
this is separate. This is actual
truth. This is passion. I love you.
So what felt?
He said freestyle.
Freestyle. Oh no!
Like
come
the
on,
rap.
Put a pin in it. Sir. Thank you.
I have real quick. I have a question about the Chicago show I was not at. What was that beat? That awesome rap beat? Was that you, Spencer, that played that one?
No.
Who played that one? Was that Dustin?
It was probably Dusty.
Okay, because we need to get that one back because that was a goodie. I don't have that beat. It's a goodie. I need to get that one on it. Steve Levy.
Yeah.
Tell us about your famous buttermilk biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Is it clear that I work hard? Are you hearing that? Does that register?
I think you work very hard, Dan, because our friendship has fallen by the way. Because when I call you up, you're always working.
Yeah, there are people suffering because I work too hard.
Now, does that make you happy, or does that feel like a burden to you?
I'm working through it. I gotta try. I gotta do more work to deal with my attitude toward work. And this guy This guy's the only guy.
Which guy? You pointing?
Schrab.
It's a podcast right there.
He just insinuated that I don't work hard. But because I'm working in therapy very hard, you didn't even go to therapy. My therapist.
I thought
tells
you
me,
went to the same therapist. No.
Yes, we do. Not together. Although that would probably be helpful.
I'm okay paying for your couples therapy.
Only if we can. Only if we can shoot it. Like I want to shoot it like on video.
Be on the Harry
for
Met
real.
Sally couch.
For real, if I pay for it, would you guys go to couples therapy and film it?
We're both paying for it already, and our therapist, who's the same therapist, she says if you want to bring someone else in. Like I'm gonna go in with my new girlfriend just because she says like, just as a preemptive. It's like whoa, let's weatherproof this thing. And the therapist is like, yeah, bring anybody you want in. Bring your mailman in.
But
if you want to.
Would
like,
you and Schrab go into couples therapy just for kicks if I paid for it?
I hadn't thought of it. You don't have to pay for it.
I want to pay for it. I mean, I want to be involved in some way.
I would. Yes, I
we'll
would
do a
love
GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or some shit.
The thing that would be perfect that won't happen is if our therapist that we see separately. That would be great to have her on the podcast, but I know that she would never do it.
That sounds really unethical.
She would never do it.
But
she's too professional.
I'm quite willing to write the check for you two to be filmed going to therapy together.
All right. Okay, Steve. Here's the thing.
Take your shirt off.
Just show the ladies. We got two guests that we got to bring out. So I thank you for coming out and bouncing off of this guy.
You're kicking Steve Levy off the stage?
Yeah, because delegation is part of the fucking daily shit I have to put up with. This podcast, you know, Great Minds on the History Channel. Rick and Morty. Is Community still happening somewhere? Is it on C-SPAN now? I'm probably working on that. And I'm writing like 900 things. 900 things.
Do you ever spend time, Dan, just smelling the roses, swinging in a hammock in the breeze?
You ever just kick up your feet and just relax?
See what he's doing?
No,
He's
I'm just
implying. He
asking.
thinks that I'm lazy.
I'm just asking. I'm just
He
saying.
thinks I'm lazy.
I'm just asking. Do you ever
How
just
insane is that? Can you?
They go play some Minecraft.
He thinks I'm lazy.
You play a lot of Minecraft.
Dude, you guys are fucking nuts, man.
Dan, I'm on your side so far. Rob is being an antagonist right now.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Dan, I'm sorry.
I'm not proud of.
I wrote it.
I'm not proud of the fact that I work hard, so I'm not defending myself from these ridiculous. Like allegations, transparently based on
You
pettiness.
do kick up your feet because I asked you today. You said you were going to go have brunch today, and I said you want to go out and have a drink. You said I'm going to go home and play a little Xbox. That's you kicking up your feet. That's you
Kicking up his
relaxing
feet.
of a Sunday afternoon.
Just needs to just turn off the brain for a bit. Just like
I'm not.
it's just all the buzzing.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Well, you know,
Very therapeutic.
Yeah, because we did bits and fought with each other. We didn't talk about the KKK rally in Anaheim, or the very important Apple FBI privacy issues. You'll have to listen to some other podcasts with it has a little more control over itself to get an insight into these issues. You'll have to Google it and educate yourself. I don't know.